Hello again, it's Leo from the Daily Rut. Another vlog today, and I decided I'm going to talk about something I see on YouTube a lot. A lot of these couples that are Filipino woman and they're married to an American or a Westerner. I like those type of videos I see on YouTube, and I see a lot of this. They always have these questions that people ask them, and it's pretty much the same thing all the time. I see it, and I just wanted to kind of do my version of that because I like the questions that they ask, and it's kind of interesting to me because I was married to a Filipino. So I always kind of try to mix Filipino culture in with my American type of stuff because I really fell in love with the Philippines and I had a Filipino wife. So, of course, that's part of my life. So I just wanted to kind of go through that. And the main question that I always see a lot of these people answering, and every single guy I see on YouTube answering this question, the American or the Westerner, they always have the same exact kind of answers that I even feel. So it's not uncommon for the answer to be the same because we all kind of think the same way when it comes to this, and that is, why do American men or Western men seek out Filipinos for wives? It's a pretty simple question. It might be kind of a complex answer, but I can't answer for every American or Westerner, but I do know that most of them that I've seen always have the similar answer. And that is because Filipinos are most of them are Christians, most of them are old fashioned, most of them have like good moral values and they know how to raise children to be good kids, like they honor their fathers and their mothers and be respectful, and they'll honor God, and they do all these things, and it's kind of really simple, but it's really good at the same time. But that's kind of how they are. They're kind of they're just more Christian, more old fashioned. They want to take care of their husband. Now, not all of them are that way. I have to say that because I know someone's going to cry about it and get offended or whatever. But uh, most of the Filipinos are raised that way. They don't have divorce in the Philippines either. You can get an annulment, you can do all this stuff, but they don't have divorce in the Philippines. So that right away they're not used to divorce. And that doesn't mean if you're American and you marry a Filipino, you should take them home, make them a slave, because they're not thinking that they get a divorce. But I'm just saying that that's a reality about Filipinos. They don't have divorce there, which is probably good for the country and probably better for America if that happened, because then people would actually be more responsible. But there's a lot of good moral character that I see there. Like a lot of the kids that you see will talk, like, "Oh, sir, can you do this? Oh, sir, whatever." It's always sir, ma'am. They're so polite. They're not perfect kids either, I'm sure, but they already are more innocent than the American kids. American kids, they're just fed to the lions. They're just given to the school. Here you go, brainwash my kid. And then they come out, they're defiant. They don't want to believe in their parents' values. They're just kind of rebels. And all that stuff is not good. But in the Philippines, they hold to this they will spank their kids. I know that's a controversial thing to say, but I think some of these people running the world right now should have had spankings as a kid, and they might be a little better, honestly. But it's just kind of nice when you go there because you see a lot of polite kids, and the way it works is like the man will take care of the wife, and it's like they're really all a Filipino wants is if can I find a man who will take care of me? Does he want children? And will he provide for me and help me? Now in America we have all that too, but we also have all this other garbage like drama, like these women want to be feminists. They want to run the house. They want to be in charge. They want to make sure you have the right amount of money for them. They act like they're a 20 on a 1 to 10 scale of beautiful women. They act like, I mean, the most basic woman in America that I've seen this will actually talk to their man like they are a 20 on the model list, and that the man should just worship them. And it's just like, oh my God, just leave that girl. Just leave her right now. She's not even worth it. And that's what a lot of men are fed up with. I mean, for me, I just look at a lot of these women nowadays and I just like, oh my God, she shaves her head on the side. That's really disgusting looking. It's like a side shave, like a communist feminist type of looking hairdo. I don't know if you ever look back in history, but that's what they wore, you know. And then you get like purple hair and all these tattoos on your neck, a little tattoo on your face, piercings all over your body, tattoos all over your body. And it's just, for me, that just looks dirty and just looks, it's not my thing. Now, if it's your thing, that's great. I don't have a problem with that. Just don't tell me that I should like that. So, and I'm sure there's Filipinos that have tattoos too, okay? But you get a good chunk of them that is exactly what I'm saying. They're moral. They want to take care of their family. Their family comes first in the Philippines. Can you see that in America? No, that you send your grandparents to the nursing home, watch them die. You probably don't even visit them half the time. That's kind of how it works in America. Just let them die in the nursing home and we'll go on about our lives, you know, and we'll take care of our kids until we get in a nursing home one day, or a car accident and we're broke, we can't, you know, our leg doesn't work, or we got cancer and we got, you know, whatever. It's just endless. The way in America is just busy all the time, nonstop, work. Just got to make that money because everything's so expensive now. And now I'm sure it's getting that way in the Philippines too, but it's just ridiculous. But the main thing I wanted to say about this, because I don't want to make this video super long, is for me, because I married a Filipino in the past and I got experience with this because I've been there many times and I know what it's like in the Philippines. And the thing that I always think is great about the Philippines is the women are just like submissive in a way. They're not so like controlling usually. And they're just kind of just meek, I guess the word in the Bible would describe them as meek, kind of like humble, kind of. They're just kind of waiting for their turn, kind of feel. I'm not saying that they don't deserve that the man needs to go first, and you know, but it's just old fashioned and it's very good. And in the Philippines, you'll find if you're a man like me, I consider myself pretty basic. I go to the store here, I go out and I do things. There's not going to be a woman just looking at me and going, oh my God, you know. And so whatever, that's fine. But if I go to the Philippines, you'll have women looking at you because, well, first off, my skin tone is way different than theirs. And then they also like your accent, how you talk, your English. And there's a lot of things. It's that kind of exotic attraction kind of thing. And it works the opposite way too. For a white guy to go over there or American to go over there, you're seeing Filipinos and they're exotic to you. And you're just kind of like attracted to them for that too. Like their beautiful skin color, you know, all the way they look. There's a lot of beautiful Filipinos. And they're very attractive for a Westerner, especially because they look like a 10 on our scale of 1 to 10 of how beautiful a woman looks, you know. I'm not saying you should go over there and just for looks and all that, because just getting some person for their looks is not a good idea. But you get the beautiful woman and you also get a Christian, a mom type of person that wants to raise children, that won't divorce you, a person who loves family, like literally just loves their family and will do anything to support them. They'll take care of their mom and dad. They will actually put them in a house and you will send money to take care of them instead of a nursing home and watching them die. Some person was on their cell phone while they were choking in their little room. I mean, that's the type of stuff that happens in America. But in the Philippines, they don't do that. So all those little values add up. And like I said, you can go over there as an American or a Filipino, and I would say meet them online first before you do that, and have a relationship online, video calls and all that stuff for like a year before you do this. But you kind of can get a feel for them if you do video calls a lot, and because that's what I used to do when I was dating my wife at the time. and you get a feel right away. And a lot of Americans don't ever leave the country, so they don't know. So they'll give you bad advice immediately, and they'll just tell you, well, you don't know that person. That person could be a scam artist. Oh, you mean like the ones in Washington? Oh, that those people? We don't even get a Skype call with them. But yeah, so you can get these you can get a good feel for the person when you video call them a lot and you chat with them and kind of just get to know them for time. And then eventually I would say to go over there and plan to have a good chunk of time. I would always say a month, because a month you really get a feel for the Philippines. If you're there for a month, you kind of forget about your American brain. You kind of have this brain mindset in America. You'll forget that, because when I was there, I was shocked when I got back to America when I seen how people acted here as opposed to the Philippines, because I was just so used to the people in the Philippines and how they acted. So as soon as I got here, there was nobody saying sir, ma'am, no salamat, saying like thank you, whatever. They weren't like really nice. They weren't trying to make sure that you as a customer are treated well. Yeah, there's all that. But for me, I just think that you go to the Philippines as a regular guy and you can find a woman who would be classified as like American would classify her as like a 10. But she'll be, like I said, a Christian. She'll be sweet. She'll be loving to you. She will want to be married to you for the rest of your life. I mean, she might be a little jealous sometimes. She might be worried about if you're cheating on her, trying to make sure that you're not cheating on her. Because for her, she got like the lottery. Not because of the money, not because of that, but because she found a man that would come over to her in her little country to be with her and marry her and take her back home and want to have family with her. That's important to a woman. That's very important to a woman. So I don't see what the problem here is, And then a lot of people will get mad if I say that some of the Filipinos are more submissive to their husband. Well, the Bible says to be submissive to your husband. Now, that doesn't mean that the husband's supposed to take advantage of that and be mean to the woman. The husband's supposed to be actually kind and take good care of the wife. He's supposed to be the head of the house, though, according to the Bible. So if you're a Christian and you're telling me I'm being a little mean by saying that a woman's supposed to be submissive, well, go tell it to Jesus. We'll see what he says about that, But that's just kind of what I wanted to say. I don't really want to keep this video going. It's super long already. But I just figured I'd talk about this because it's something that I always think about. I always like this type of subject because it just makes me remember the Philippines and remember when my wife was alive and all the, the times when we were dating online. And, it makes me remember the good things, and that, in time I'll probably do the same again. I'll probably go back online and start dating and find another Filipino, honestly, because I'm not really into American women anymore, because this culture has kind of ruined a lot of people, and it's not in a good way. A lot of people in America don't even know that they're really progressive, even if they are conservative, as they say, because their values have gone so far off. They can't really see it, though, because we're kind of kept in a little box in America. And that's the reason why I say everyone should leave America and go to another country. Go somewhere totally different. Probably a third world nation, because then you actually realize how lucky you are. If you go to a third world nation, and I don't even like calling them that, because honestly, it seems a little messed up to call another country lesser than you. And I just think that, we shouldn't stop. We should stop thinking that we're better than everyone and start thinking that we can be good people. And maybe we can help the world by being a good person each day to a person that we see or whatever and deal with. Just be a good person. Forget about, all this politics and all this garbage. It doesn't matter in the end. Trust me, when my wife died, I realized real quickly that there's only a few things that actually matter in your life, and politics is not on that list at all. Okay? Things that matter in your life really are loving a person, having a person there to love you. I mean, because as a man, being needed is very important. The reason why men are so weak nowadays and they're not really doing anything anymore, I think is because the women have taken charge, because the men let them, I think, too. But But because the men don't feel needed anymore, they don't actually feel like they have a job or a purpose. So then they go off and do all these, they get into this petty stuff online and all this stuff. When if they were given basically control, that they had to take care of this house, they had to take care of these kids, they had to take care of this woman, and they actually had to be biblical, I think that things would be changed really quickly. But I don't think that they would be able to get into that mindset very easily now that they've been like this for so long. And women, they're the opposite too. They're just like, women are like trying to have control of the house, control of everything, because the men are not doing their job. But that's another subject. I don't want to get into all that. So I hope I didn't offend every single person. But anyway, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about. This video is really long already. So just leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think of this stuff. And like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching The Daily Rut. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this vlog.